And welcome back to another video.
Yeah, we got something a little bit different this time.
Yeah, with Gothic being only 3 days away.
Yeah, and we're saying goodbye to the Arthurian Legends meta. We figured let's
Showcase
pick
the decks that we fell in love with over the year.
Over the year, yeah. And also, they do happen to both be Arthurian Legends
avatars. Yes.
So, yeah, we apologize to anybody who wanted to watch another gameplay video this week, but we figured it was just a little bit flavorful to say goodbye to the meta with the decks as they currently are.
Considering we have 400 plus cards coming in,
things will change.
Things will change somewhat, so quickly. So
I will ask politely if the cat would like to move, but I don't think she wants to move. So I'll just I'll go around her until we need her to move. But yeah, so of course I'm sure as everybody can figure out, the deck that I love the most is actually the question I asked was did you fall in love with the avatar because of the deck or the deck because of the avatar? And for me it's like I fell in love with the deck because of the witch, right? So the witch enchanted me 100%. I was actually initially enticed by her draining ability, the curse that drains. That taxes.
Taxes, okay.
Initially enticed by her taxing. I wanted to make a full land destruction, a tax deck. I come from Smokestack and Sphere of Resistance and all these prison elementy things from Magic. So I saw make your opponent's spells cost one more, and I thought, well, I gotta make that. But as time passed, I realized that every time I taxed somebody, I ended up losing the game with them at 2 or 4 life. And I was just like, damn, if I could have just drained them, So I reworked the entire thing.
Yeah.
And if anybody's seen my primer, which is extensive, I update it quite often, and there's been lots and lots and lots of changes. I maintain all the original information, even though it might cause some contradictions, because I want everyone to see
the evolution
and
exactly.
everything, and the thought process. And we're nothing if we can't adapt. So I mean, things change. It's all good. But anyway, so we've ended up here basically, and
so walk us through it. Let's see what you got.
So I mean, I have to show. I have it set up as a. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I'll get that. It's okay. It's okay.
This is unedited.
This is unedited. Sure. It's okay. We'll figure something out.
It's okay.
So the first card I will obviously show is the Land Surveyor. It started off as Frontier Settler, which, as I've mentioned numerous times, that it's probably the most important card in the deck. And even though I'm not playing anymore, the decision was based more off of threshold
requirements,
like decisions, more than the card falling off of my radar. I really just want to red cap you on turn 3, so I need double fire on turn 3, or Colicky. And Frontier Settlers requires double earth, which means I need double earth on turn 2 and double fire on turn 3, which was amazing when it worked, but detrimental when it didn't.
I can see that.
So if I had the deck more towards earth cards, playing Pudge and Dalcian Phalanx, bigger, beefy earth guys, then I would absolutely have stuck with the Frontier Settlers. But putting the priority on fire, I needed to shave a lot of my double earth guys. So it became Kettletop, because Kettletop has 2 power. You get the sight when it dies, but it has 2 power, right? So the extra power is very conducive to the witch's draining ability, right? Like as I was saying with you, even for this deck. So Archie, we have to consider every card placed within the context of I can cast it twice. In this deck, it's like what makes Red Cap so different in this deck than Druid or Sorcerer or whatever is that we have to analyze it in the context of I'm draining you for 2 in addition. So my Red Cap attacks for 5. My Saracen attacks for 5. My Monstrous Line attacks for 6, in theory, right?
In theory, yes.
Yeah. So the Kettletop is extremely conducive to this because it has that extra power, right?
Okay, yeah.
But as time passed, I realized what matters more is that I can find those sites going into turns 4, 5, and 6, so I can play my Courtesan and my Gigantism and my Earthquake when I need them. And when you're in that position, you really need the site immediately.
Okay.
And you can always argue that, why don't you just draw it naturally? And the way that I've built this Witch deck is I want to never draw a site from the top of my deck other than those first 3 or through my units. Of course, that's not how the world works, so
occasionally you'll have to draw,
But I will always skip a drain before I skip a spell draw. If you watched our last few videos, I think almost never, and if it did happen maybe one time, Lizette drew for her turn from the Atlas.
Yeah.
Every other time she used either Land Surveyor or tap the Witch. It is much, much better to skip a drain than it is to skip a spell. Skipping a spell means you lose potentially 3 or more damage. Skipping a drain means you lose 2 damage.
Okay.
And the drain doesn't need to be every single turn because it will happen more often than not, and your opponent will feel it. Especially once they get below 12 and 10 life, you just go crazy. So anyway, this is the most important of the utility cards. So I'll continue with my utility pieces. The next one is Great Famine. I've also mentioned this is the only card in the deck, so I'm just putting it first, that is not secondarily aggressive in addition to its control,
more of a control piece,
utility.
Yeah.
It is just there as a way to, hey, like I won't always be I won't always have the priority and the tempo. And if I have to deal with your big stuff because you're just overwhelming the board, this is such a clean way to do it, and also lock down some spaces, which can allow me to attack elsewhere, for example.
Yeah.
So we have it, but we have said you can cut it for more aggressive stuff if you don't like the idea that there's a non-aggressive piece in the deck. So continuing with utility, we have the Hillock Basilisk. It's a 3-cost. It's a 4-cost.
4-cost 3 power. Yes.
Only 1 fire, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it disables the minions at its spot and the one in front of it. So what's really cool is that if you have him here, him on 16, let's say, and there's a unit on 11 and on 6, he disables the 11 unit, and then on your next turn when you move and attack, it will still keep the 11 unit disabled, but also disable the potential blocker at the site in front of it, which basically means not only am I locking you down, potentially 2 or more units, so it's like 2 for 1-ing, it also gets free 3 damage. A free
damage, yeah.
Right, which actually means it gets a free 5 damage because...
Yeah, I was just going to say that, potentially 5 damage.
And
because,
once you're at 4 mana, you're literally never playing a 5th site. Double casting is not required, and you'll only do it if you actually end up in a situation where you've drawn, let's say, a firebolt and you've got a leftover red cap in your hand.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go to 5. So by the time this is down and then attacking on its following turn, I'm definitely draining you. Like, you are definitely being drained.
Yeah, I think I've maybe seen you play a 5th site a handful of times, and it's like very, very rare. And it's usually because you want to cast like Common Sense, and that 3 casting costs like red caps in the same turn.
Yeah.
But most times you're just like, it's really hard to get to you because you don't play that many sites. So it's like I have only one path, and that one path you have these charge minions, and so like it's just like you have your Fire Lamp and then you have red caps. So I'm like, okay, I have 2 minions to deal with
now, yeah.
And then you just come and attack me, and then you drain me for 2.
You drain for 2, yeah.
And then I'm like, I was at 16, and now I'm at 11, and then the next turn I'm down to like, so yeah, I do agree that like that 3 damage is potentially 5, that 4 damage is potentially 6. Yeah.
And then just the fact that it can disable, like, is it like this? Like compare the 2 cards, right? Great Famine is just disabling in the sense that it's killing stuff, so it's neutralizing a threat, whereas Hillock is neutralizing threats plus dealing damage, right? So control plus damage. So to continue with the utility cards, we've got Morgana Le Fay. This is Ira's favorite card. He loves this. I think we all do.
Yeah, I totally love it.
JS loves it so much he casts it for 1 fire threshold, but that's okay. We're not talking about that. But yeah, so of course it's a 3 fire threshold, 3 cost, 3 power. It's like Merlin, but for fire. And she's a spellcaster, and she draws 3 cards that belong to her, which only she can cast. And only she can cast them, I think.
Yeah, only she can cast them,
or it's her hand anyways. But
3 cards from her hand. Yeah. So with the ruling change, because when she casts a spell, she interacts with the realm. She loses stealth. Yeah. So that's something to consider. But
for sure is. But my deck definitely curve is so low. Like I only have 3 cards that cost 5. There's a very good chance, especially if I draw Trinket or Ring, let's say, I should be able to play more than 1 spell from her. I used to play her very far away and back to protect her. I've started to kind of be more brave with her and play her on the front line because of her stealth and the fact that they will definitely try to kill her as soon as she becomes targetable. I think I like to start attacking with her at the same time.
Yeah, it's 3 power for sure. Yeah, it's 3 power.
5 power.
What?
It's not a 5 power. It's 3.
It's 3. It's 3.
It's 3 plus 2. But the drain.
Plus 2,
the drain.
Yeah.
Don't forget the drain. Never forget the drain. But yeah, so
it's 3 power. But yeah, even I agree. I was like, a lot of times I'm sitting there, I'm like, I just need a couple. I need to. My opponent needs a couple more. He's down to 2 life. What can I do? And then you're just like, oh, I have Morgana that's just sitting there. not doing anything. So let me move up my Morgana. Then like now you're attacking for 3 damage,
Yeah.
and you just have this. My initial impression is you play the Morgana like you said back. It's a spellcaster, so you're trying to do everything to protect her.
Yeah.
And then once you cast those spells,
And
now
she's all the way in the back.
she's all the way in the back. So
See, like with Merlin, I'd be more inclined to keep him back because he doesn't have stealth. But with Morgana, I think it's time to start.
I think you can be a little bit more
Yeah.
aggressive with
Yeah.
the Morgana for sure. Yeah.
All right. Our last utility card is the Warhorse. I mean, everybody knows what this is capable of, especially in Battle Mage and stuff like this. I will say I was playing 3 Warhorse.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
when Pudge was in the deck because we were saving the Warhorse to move the Pudge around.
Okay.
I do find as 2 power and having an avatar that can't itself attack for a lot. And in addition, my deck is built to have my guys come in, deal their damage, and get killed. So the chance that I'll actually have something in play for the Warhorse to pick up and carry is lower because I'm totally expecting everything I play to deal its damage and die, which I'm okay with because of the fact that my Witch can continue to drain on the same turn and as the turns progress. So I reduce it to 2 because it still charges, it can still attack right away. It can still move things, it's not irrelevant, right? I can bring the Morgana into action, I can change my Basilisk's positioning. I can bring my Witch closer to Minor Explosion. Like, there are still things I can do with it, but definitely 2 power is extremely weak in this game, in my opinion, and it's not the best of the chargers. You know, just to be there to deal damage, it's not the best, and because I have less guys that I want to move around, I figured I'll just cut 1. And open up space. I think we didn't have a ring because we had it banned for our cornerstone.
For our cornerstone, yeah.
So I just cut the thing and put ring in, which we'll see in a second. Okay, so I'm just gonna move on here to the damage dealers now. We have, of course, the red cap.
One of my favorite creatures, yeah.
3 cost, 1 fire threshold, 3 power, charge. If it doesn't attack, it dies. So, but I mean, you're playing fire, you're playing aggro, you're gonna put your red caps in the deck for sure. We know how this goes. The next one that you're going to obviously always put is the Saracen Raider. This is just your 4 cost red cap, but you can play it anywhere that is not occupied by an enemy, which is extremely important for Deathlord purposes, but also just to guarantee 3 damage, right? I mean, the fact that you can just, like, you play sites in a way that are smart and safe, but you're still trying to progress. Like, this I'm talking about the opponent now, is still progressing their game plan by moving forward. So they're going to have, you know, site 4 or 2 exposed, let's say, or even like one of these 2 if they extend all the way. So Saracen just comes free damage, easy. But I've mentioned this in our videos. We just had 2 Witch displays. If you can play Saracen last, you should always play Saracen last. It's one of the only minions that can guarantee, like a quote unquote, guarantee a Death's Door finish.
Yeah, Death's Door finish. You said red caps was 1 or
red caps is 1 fire threshold.
1 fire? Yeah, I thought it was 2. Okay.
Yeah, no, Colicky and I think Quarrelsome Kobold. I could be wrong about Kobold.
Yeah.
But anyways, so continuing with the damage output cards, we have Monstrous Lion. Hard to not play 4 power minion.
Yeah, although it can't attack sites.
It cannot attack sites,
unfortunately, but if you carry it with the horse.
But it can kill a lot of things. A lot of opposing minions are 3 power, so it trades clean, and it makes its way in, right? And like their lightning bolts don't kill it. You have to have Arcane Barrage or Bury or something like that. So it's coming in. You give it a trinket, it becomes infinitely scarier, even though it's just 1 power. It's like, so I mean, whatever. This is also good. You know, we're going to see in a second Jihad, and also when we do the sites, we're going to see Sinkhole. So I'll bring it back up. But if you can get in their face, the Monstrous Lion, it becomes the best charger in your deck. Obviously, I mean, it's just 4 for 4 is too strong. All right, continuing on. Now that I have the space. Gigantism, of course, we saw it in your deck, and if it works okay in your deck, absolutely, it's incredible.
Oh yeah, for sure, it's so fitting in your deck, especially.
I mean, last week we saw Lizette take Rico out in 1 shot, right?
With the red caps and the
Gigantism.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like, even with Land Surveyor, Kettletop, whatever, Kettletop, Land Surveyor plus this, and your Drain, you know, that's 3 things, but the Drain is just naturally comes with your deck, so it's not like you have to have, it's not a 3-card combo, it's a 2-card combo with your Witch. It's 10 damage, 10 damage, that's half the life.
Yeah, that's some serious. Yeah.
And then next turn, even if my board is dead and I whiff a turn, like I'm still gonna drain you for 2. It's like firebolting you for 2. Like this card changes the game in most decks. It explodes the game in this deck. So really good. And of course,
for sure. Jihad.
Everybody
obviously
knows Jihad.
Giving your fire minions +1.
Yeah.
He's very.
But this.
And you can cast it like in your opponent's face.
Yeah. It lets you basically also now put your Imp, your Colicky, your Kobold, your Lion. Everything just in the avatar's face and +1 power.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes I feel confident that I'm going to Vile Imp your Vile Imp, and then you've got Jihad, now your Vile Imp's at 3 power, and I can't trade into it. I can't ping it. So Jihad, we all know, Jihad is a game-winning card almost all the time if you have it in your...
Especially if you have a Jihad, a charge minion, and a trinket, and then suddenly... And then you're draining for 2. Yeah, so really good stuff.
Yeah. So just to finish off our damage outputters, of course they're going to be seeing more cards in a second that deal damage, but I'm calling these damage outputters because they're the ones that I prioritize as dealing the most damage. Right? We're definitely going to see in a second here, just push these back. We're going to see like kobolds and stuff, which also deal damage, but yeah, I mean 4 and the charging right away, the guaranteed, quote unquote guaranteed damage right away is why I'm characterizing those guys as my damage outputters.
Okay.
Okay, so that leads us now into this guy. I used to have the Pudge Butcher, well, this girl, excuse me. I used to have the Pudge Butcher, but as I said, I wanted to reduce my dependence on Double Earth.
Double Earth Threshold, yeah.
Which was a decision that came not only from being able to play every card we draw and having a really clean game every single time, but it also came out of fear of Atlantean Fate and Earthquake wrecking our thresholds.
Yeah.
So we have a lot more ordinary sites now. So a lot more, like
Deserts,
a lot less greedy sites that can like give me double threshold and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give me all my fire clean and my 1 earth. So it's really nice that she's a 1 earth requirement only. And she enters disabled, so you have to wake her up. But hey, that's why I've got the next cards coming.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, we know the Kobold. This card, I fallen in love with it. It's been around forever, but I fell in love with it only recently.
I fell in love with it. I fell out of love with it. Now I'm starting to appreciate it again. Yeah.
I mean, now especially with the rule change of the striking, you can give it a Guisarm and a Mask and a Trinket, and it just strikes for like 8 and 12 and crazy amounts.
So crazy amounts, yeah, exactly.
But what's really good is that not only can it wake up your Giantess at the end of your turn, if you Jihad or you move in with him, he attacks for 2 and then strikes for 2. He's dealing 4 damage. So it's a 2 power minion that can do 4 damage of output. It's really strong.
For sure.
It's really strong. Like if we're considering a Firebolt and a Drain for 2 to be strong, 4 damage is really, really good. And you give it a Trinket, and all of a sudden, terrifying card. Only 2 Coliques. The more I
think that's okay.
Yeah,
I think that's okay because you have to not be in the way of the projectiles. I think it's good. And if you're having a 3 power minion and the opponent has 4, if you go in and attack, you kill it. Or it doesn't kill, but your minion dies at the end of the turn, shoots a projectile. Now their minion is dead. Next turn you play your charge minion. Kind of like, creates a path for you. That 1 extra damage every turn, no matter where it comes from.
Yeah. Also that
Trinket.
Death Dooring, right?
Death Door. Exactly, yeah. You've beat me, I think, a couple of games where at the end I'm at that store and I'm like, okay, my avatar's position, and you just play like
the Colique
somewhere, and I'm just like, yeah. So great Death Door finisher.
And Warhorse works with it, right? This is a nice little thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Move it around.
So you could definitely maneuver it.
Yeah. So to continue with the Giantess Waker uppers, we've got everyone's obvious card, Vile Imp. Also common sensible. So same situation if you're in their face with a Jihad, or they allowed you to build into them. Like on the first 3 sites, your Imp can just come strike the Avatar, right? It will deal damage to the Avatar, which is relevant for Death's Door. I'm always thinking about Death's Door because I do find, since her drain ability is a loss of life, ending the game can be a bit tricky. So I try to maneuver the game and the deck building for sure with Death Door more in mind than getting to Death Door. I find getting to Death Door will happen naturally. Let me actually focus on killing you more than getting you to the death blow. The last card I think that the last card that is used for waking her up is also a card that you can just on turn 2. You don't have a Land Surveyor, just fire 3 projectile as down the lane. Deal 3 damage to the Avatar. I promise you that 3 damage will add up with the drain and everything else you're doing throughout the game. Yeah. We used to only play 1 as a common sense tool, but we've definitely added
I think
up to 3 because we realize it's a very viable just turn 2 play. Just
for sure.
Just Fireball. So of course we have the common sense now. So this is also now this is the beginning of the common sense package.
Do you think just 2 is okay?
Yeah, so we used to play
You-
3.
Yeah.
And
So I was gonna say, I think 3 would have been like a nice.
the problem is that because we're staying at 3 and 4 mana, playing Common Sense usually occupies the turn.
Oh.
So we want to have access to it, like we saw in last week's video, where it can be used at a point in the game to find an answer to something that's going on, and then have a secondary one to act as a death door finisher without having to draw too many of them and be either misguided or forced to take up a whole turn to search for something when we can be being more aggressive. So extremely important for utility purposes, but not exactly. We weren't exactly happy when we were drawing like 3 in a game or seeing them more often. Like we want to see it, but we don't need it to see it. Right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
that means I think 2
Makes sense.
is the right number for that.
Okay.
So now to continue with the Common Sense package, there's 1 Petrosian Cavalry. It's like a Saracen minus the play it anywhere, but the benefit, like the positive drawback or the positive gain you get
Yeah.
despite not playing anywhere is that it only has 1 fire requirement, and it's ordinary, so we can, like I said,
Use common
for it.
sense for it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so but you can, and like being able to common sense for direct damage is probably better, but hey, still having an extra like
an extra
Saracen
option.
number
Yeah,
4,
it gives you more options.
Exactly, yeah. And at the end of the day, it's direct,
Yeah.
it's immediate damage, so it's okay. Minor Explosion, we added this card because it's an amazing death door finisher. It just hits
sure.
everything at the site.
Yeah,
So,
3 damage at
yeah.
2 steps away. Huh?
2 steps away,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's okay. Like once you get to the end of the game, you can either tax with your witch or you can start just moving. Just all you have to do usually is move up 1 square, and then like you move from 18 to 13, and then the opponent's avatar is 2 squares away, right? If they don't move, you just common sense for it. At that point, you're probably at 5 sites anyways. So common sense for Minor Explosion is a game-ending play that we do often with this deck. So yeah, just continue with the common sense package. Is obviously we have a berry.
All right.
It's just because we really can't afford to lose to life gain. So
Okay.
if I see you play a vampire or a Galahad, I need to have a way to just remove it. And I have infiltrate. We'll see it in a second, but it's in a different category of cards. But common sense for berry is just classic.
For sure.
Save my behind right now.
Yeah, you're in deep trouble. Yeah.
Same thing with Disenchant. We saw it in your deck. Everybody knows. Dispel, sorry.
Dispel,
It's
yeah.
just perfect for hitting rings, hitting auras.
Yeah.
Get your jihad out of my face. Break your orb if you're playing Archie. Whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Destroy the Immortal Throne. If
Oh, how
Nico
dare
wants to get cute again.
you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, so that's that. And now all that's basically left in the spellbook is with the cards that I consider my death door
Finishers?
like finishers, or the cards that help ensure my death dooring.
Okay.
So first one, of course,
Courtesan Dice.
Courtesan Dice. Who doesn't
Yeah.
love this card?
Yeah, for sure.
You can use it if you're in a situation where you're just like low on cards and you are in a losing position. You can use it to like even the odds, because when they gain control of your turn, you have nothing that they can really screw you up with, since you're already behind, and you can wreck their advantage by using their spells on themselves and getting them low on cards, wiping their board perhaps, whatever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't only have to be a Death Door finisher, right? It's like the same thing we were saying. There's control cards that can also be used as finishers, but I'm trying to push you to Death Door and then Courtesan. Like that's when I want to do it. Of course, this card is just not just a Death Door finisher, but I put it here because it is the rudest Death Door finisher in my opinion.
Rudis, yeah.
Like, I just
It can
can't do
determine
anything.
games, like,
Yeah.
it's determined so many games from all of us in the play group. Sometimes it's just like the opponent has the ring, not much you can do. And you're just like, no matter where you are, if you're on Death's Door, your opponent just has to move in with their avatar and cast something, and it's just like, okay.
Especially when you add this kind of card, Blaze.
Blaze, yeah. No.
So Blaze can be definitely used aggressively. I don't hold the card to use it as a Death Door finisher, but I'm putting it in this pile because in the context of I will struggle to end the game, this card says, I got you. Like, don't worry. We're going to come from out of nowhere. We're going to leave that trail of fire and deal the 2 damage. I played such a beautiful game with Patrick on the 2 Saturdays ago or 3 Saturdays ago, and I was playing my Knights deck, and he had so many in play. Everything was going fantastic, and he played King of the Realm, and he stole all my mortals, all my knights. But I had him at Death's Door, and he was going to kill me on the following turn. And the only way I could have ended the game was by drawing Blaze, and my avatar goes for a run and and leaves him in smoke. So Blaze is definitely has become one of my my favorite Death Door cards. Absolutely. I mean, like Courtesan is a favorite card, I would say, like in the top.
Yeah, it's in that same category for sure. Yeah,
I have come to love and appreciate Blaze like nothing else, not just because of how good it is in games, but because of how it ends the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you would favor it more than Leap Attack, like because you could take a step and then.
Yeah. Because especially again, I'm thinking about the deck mostly in the context of ending the game when you're at Death's Door. Okay. And not only does this do that by burning you, but even if you're too far away, it at least brings me 3 steps closer for my projectiles.
Okay. Yeah.
To end the game.
Yeah.
The next thing is Infiltrate. I'm putting this as a Death Door finisher because of Druid. I was trying to avoid mentioning the bane of my existence.
D word. He said the D word.
Yeah, the D word. But Bruin is one of the. So already, again, just to repeat, Death's Door is difficult for us to end the game. So we have to be focused on it. Bruin is one of the things that makes it infinitely harder because that thing absorbs so much damage for the Druid that these, things don't immediately kill it. Now, Minor Explosion does because the Druid will take the 3, which then the Bruin will absorb, so the Bruin takes 6. So another reason why we have this here is for Bruin. It's crazy to think that I have to play cards just for like
Lipsticker. Yeah, but I mean, token. It's okay. I think it's okay because Druid is like the top tier deck. It's like it's always in the top 8s in most tournaments. So I think your thinking is correct for that because it's a very difficult deck to face against. So, and we'll see it later in your sites, but like just playing the deserts for the Tanis and stuff like that. So I think it's totally correct that they have that kind of thinking, just being scared of like the Bruin and just Druid in general. So yeah.
So Infiltrate will, definitely good. Will steal that Bruin, opening up the door. But also, I can steal your minion, and then when you're at Death's Door, use your minion to attack you for free, since the stealth means it can't be blocked, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. And even just throughout the game, if I play my Basilisk, or I play a Monstrous Line, and I move in, and then your only chance to answer it is by putting a minion on the board yourself, like you don't have removal, you're just like, I'll just block it with this bigger thing, or smaller thing, but I'll just block it. This is an amazing tempo play to just steal your thing, so you wasted your turn, get my damage in with my unit, and I still have your guy who I can control and bring in towards you for Death Door purposes, or kill. If you play another big guy, I can use your guy to kill your new guy, and then they'll both die, and then Lion can keep attacking. So, I mean, everybody knows this is one of the most infuriating cards to play against, but one of the most beautiful.
Marco turned me onto that card. He
why do you think they're like these 2 cards are together?
Yeah,
Marco.
That's true. And he sat there I was speaking with him one night, and we spoke for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you
just
10% battery on your phone.
Yeah, that's fine. So we spoke for like 15-20 minutes just on like Infiltrate. Yeah.
No, he's high on these cards, and he's gotten me drunk on them, so it's fantastic. And to finish us off, Earthquake,
everyone's favorite.
This card is amazing. It's amazing by itself. It's amazing in every deck you play it in, and just being able to bring your avatar right, like you run away from me, and I just bring it all right back, and then my ring finishes you. My Minor Explosion, my whatever. It makes Kobold, it makes Imp, it makes Colicky, and it makes all the charge guys just instantly game ending because I got my face. So you thought you were safe? No.
Nope.
All right.
Let's break down these sites and see.
Hope you enjoyed that. Let's take a look at the sites, like you said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be the usual suspects. I mean, going back earlier, you're talking about having a certain mindset because Druid is going to be out there. Like I said earlier, it's just I'm pretty sure that's we played. I remember, what was it 3 weeks ago, a month ago? I was playing Druid and you're playing Witch, and then I was just able, or no, you were playing Templar, I think. Was it? I was playing Druid, you were playing Templar, and I was just able to keep up with you and just eventually overwhelm you and just win. So it's just infiltrate. If you infiltrate like my Gruin and stuff like that, it's rude. How dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you? And 2, I completely get it. It's just like you said, you just 2-for-1'd me. I said, okay, I play, I flip, I play my Gruin. I said, okay, at least I have a blocker. Next turn, you play infiltrate. So then not only do you come in and attack me, you stole my Bruin. So
the joy.
The joys.
The joys that are justified by all the lack of joys from the brewmans that have killed me over the months.
I was wondering why my throat's kind of dry. You got a lot of deserts over here, kid.
Yeah.
Let's,
So this is 100% response to Druid.
Yeah.
I want Tawny dead on sight. I don't want Tawny to live. I don't want her to come back. I don't want to see Tawny.
But-
Tawny, no.
but
So-
it's also good for your giantess.
yeah. So in addition to those 18, whatever, 9 cards, 10 cards we had to wake her up, these deserts also wake up. And in addition, plus, you this, plus Colicky is 2 damage, this plus Imp and Kobolds is 3 damage. Like, you can kill a lot of things. This plus Minor Explosion wrecks a whole board of 4 power minions.
Yeah.
Deserts are incredible, and mark my words, if you haven't already heard this, they will become even better with Gothic and the ward mechanic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, okay. And also, a lot of ordinaries are going to see. These are the basic sites of Earth and Fire that I'm playing. I just wanted to have a lot of ordinaries to guarantee my threshold is safe, as I've mentioned. And so we figured, what is this, 9 deserts and 4... We are much more heavy in fire, so 9 deserts and 4 common villages. I chose the villages because they give me a dude.
Yeah, they give you a token for sure.
We're really happy to play a ordinary site as our starting site, because that's where we're going to play our ring, for example. So if Atlantean Fake does come, the ring won't get submerged by virtue of your site.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're happy to play an ordinary on the first site, even better on turn 1, because we have no turn 1 plays, other than a ring, which is not a turn 1 play.
Okay.
Is this, so we make a token, and then Gigantism in 3 turns means boom. And we even saw, right, the token from this, plus the pink from that, and the Vile Imp is 4 damage to kill very pesky cats.
Yeah, the pesky cats.
Right, so moving on to mana fixers, you've got the Valleys, which we know.
Yeah.
A nice little dust promo color out of space. Very big fan
Chef's
of
kiss
this.
to that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful art.
And of course the steps. This is just your fire earth site.
Yeah.
So again, if I could draw all 3 in my opening hand, I'd probably be happy. And then except for my first site. I want my first site to be ordinary. But then I'm happy to see, honest to God, actually, I retract. I'm happy to just see 1. 1 is fantastic.
Yeah, I think 1's okay.
1 gives me my earth, which is enough until turn 5, and I will find...
because all your cards, your earth cards, I think, there's only 1 threshold.
Yes.
Yeah,
Except for Gigantism and Earthquake, but that's only 3
Okay.
cards, and they're intended for much later anyways.
Yeah, mid to
So
late game, exactly.
We're really not stressed.
Yeah.
Valley of... Rift Valley.
Rift Valley, yeah.
I was only playing 1 for the longest time, and it was just an oversight. I think it was one of those things, just like your apprentice wizard. I only played 1 because I only had 1 foil, which was just dumb. Like, don't follow that, okay? Like, if just
don't follow your
play your cards. So now I realize I snapped out of it. I mean, I did acquire the second foil, but the point is I snapped out of it. Rift Valley is insane. What it lets you do is on turn 2 or 3, you can get their second place site out of the way, put your Rift Valley, and now you're right in front of their avatar for your kobolds, your Colokis, your violins, your monstrous lions.
Yeah.
So absolutely insane card. Every aggro deck, you should find a way to splash this, unless you're already in 2 other colors. But even then, just consider it a threshold-less site, right?
Yeah.
Following in the same vein, Sinkhole.
Sinkhole?
Like I mentioned, I saw that Druid Crossroads finals.
Yeah.
Where he played starting site, second site, Sinkhole, and then he uses the Sinkhole to destroy your opponent's site that's in front of the avatar on turn 4, and immediately play a new site in that place to create the same scenario as the Rift Valley, to have a site right in front, a bridge right to their face, and it opens up your deck's potential by whatever percent, like a lot.
Yeah, a crazy amount, for sure.
I have 1 Impenetrable Cops as a safety card, same reason as in your Archie. We will sacrifice our ordinary to put this in our starting position.
Yeah.
Your Archie can't touch me until much later, which is fantastic for us. Of course, Lightning Bolt still goes through, but this is still really great for magic missiles and all that other stuff.
Yeah, Arcane Barrage and all that stuff, for sure.
Then we have 3 Poison Wells, because this is just more damage.
Yeah, you've gotten 2 or 3 damage with playing that site with me a couple of times, so it's definitely worth it.
Sometimes people like to build backwards in the back when they're facing aggro, but what that translates to is that if I can come in and you literally build all 3, a Poison Well here makes you lose 3 life.
Yeah,
really
for sure.
So this is a nice card also, because if I'm going to sacrifice my drain to play a site, let me at least gain the life back, the damage back.
Give the damage.
Yeah, give the damage that I'm.
You're willing to sacrifice the drain for 2 to deal 3 damage to your
2 or 3. Yeah, it's like
2 or 3.
So if I can get it anyways, best of both worlds. It's like a drain and a hit at the same time.
Yeah.
And to finish us off, it's with a Gothic card, which is available to everybody if you have enough dust online. It's the River of Blood, which of course is only an edition since it's been available on the Dust Store. But this is probably the site that the Witch is the happiest to see, because we cannot afford to lose to Divine, Healing, Vampire, Galahad, etc., etc. Ring of Morgan, Angel's Egg.
Angel's Egg.
So-
I mean, we saw in our last video,
Yeah, just shuts it off.
this year versus Witch, it shut off the Angel's Egg immediately.
So it-
and Nico was not able to get any life.
And then Drain for 2.
So like I said,
Drain for
Gothic
2.
cards, Drake for 2.
Yeah. So this is not technically an AL card, but it was available and it belongs in it. She deserves it. It belongs in this deck. So
Oh, for sure.
we played it. Our opponents were always aware of it. They were okay with it, and yeah, that takes us home, I think.
Yeah, I think that takes us home. And we hope you like this kind of content. If you guys want to see more videos like this, just us talking about like video decks and just sitting down, kind of like
going a bit deeper than our video deck text, we can
because our deck texts are kind of a bit rushed. We try to limit to about 3 minutes, 2.5 to 3 minutes. So as you can see, this video is over an hour.
Well, we can find a way to
stoked to have Gothic 3 days away. So I think 99% of the players of Sorcery are going to be cracking packs.
I think like a lot of us are taking days off. Sick days.
No, I told my boss I have a doctor's appointment.
Personal days are okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So if you like this video, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the new meta.
Yep.